Hey, what's up, future cybersecurity experts? I'm Boyd Clues, six-figure tech career coach. And in this video, I'm gonna show you free resources, free training, so you can start a six-figure tech career as a SOC analyst in 2023. You ready for this? Let's go. Hey cyber heroes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Boyd Clues, internationally recognized cybersecurity expert and six-figure tech career coach. And I help people upgrade their jobs to a six-figure tech career. And if you want to join me on this journey, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the red bell so that you're notified whenever I drop new content, guaranteed to take your career to six figures and beyond. All right, cyber heroes, let's dive in because I got a good one for you. Let's go. So before we even get started, we got to set the baseline of what the heck is even a SOC analyst. So we're talking about SOC, not SOCK. When we're talking about SOC, we're talking about Security Operations Center. This Security Operations Center is a organization inside of a company that is responsible for monitoring, alerting, and responding to security events for critical assets at a company. So let's simplify this. At your home, if you have an alarm system, you have people at the alarm company that are monitoring for alarms to be triggered at your house. If somebody were to kick in your door, break the window or whatever, they would get an alarm and they would dispatch the police. This is what a SOC analyst does for an organization. They monitor critical systems and they respond to alerts. And we'll talk more about the types of responses later on in this video. But what's important to understand is all companies need people that are working in the SOC. You have SOC analysts, you have engineers, you have incident response people. But this video specifically, we're gonna talk about the analyst work and some free training to help you get access to a lucrative career. And what do I mean by lucrative? Let's take a look at what salary.com has to say. Keep in mind, I live in Texas, but salary.com says that the average salary for a SOC analyst is between $82,000 to $115,000. And I personally know SOC analysts that make a lot more than $115,000. So this is just the average. Compensation is going to depend on the company and individual skill level of the person applying to the job. But either way, I'm going to give you the resources so that you can access these lucrative jobs that are going to be in demand. Okay, so you may be wondering, like, why is this SOC analyst position so important? And I'm going to help you make that connection. So we're going to take it back to that alarm example I gave you previously. So think about this. You are not at your house, but you have your alarm armed at home. Wouldn't you like to know if someone was attempting to break into your house, or even if they had succeeded, so that the police could be notified to come perform an investigation or stop the intruder? Right, shake your head, not right, yeah, right. This is the same thing that companies are doing. So the security analysts or the SOC analysts are responsible for monitoring dashboards to look for attempted compromise, essentially people trying to break into systems, into network devices, etc., so that they can notify the officers, if you will. It's going to be the incident response team, so they can implement actions to stop the intruders. So this role is critical, and it is going to continue to rise as we evolve more and more in our business processes into technology, especially cloud. So this is huge. So let's jump into the training that I'm going to show you. Spoiler, the training is around a software called Splunk. That's S-P-L-U-N-K. Splunk is a SIEM device. SIEM. And that's just a fancy way of saying Security Information Event Manager. This SIEM is a tool that parses, which means it looks through different alerts and things, logs and activities that happen on systems, and based on configurations of the SOC analysts or the SOC engineers, it will alert them based on the parameters that they set. For example, send me an alert if someone logs into system A after 5 p.m. because we know that the office closes at 5 p.m. Someone to log in to that system at 5:01 p.m., an email alert or some type of notification would go to the SOC team so they could investigate to see if there was actually malicious activity that was happening. So Splunk is actually one of the premier SIEM solutions that are on the market. Keep in mind, I ain't getting paid nothing for sharing this with y'all. But let's jump into the training because it is super cool. All right, cyber heroes, I've bounced over to Splunk.com. You see the information about the company. So what I'm gonna do is go to resources, and then I'm going to go to becoming an expert, Splunk training and certification. So I'm not talking about certification right now, strictly training. So they have different learning paths that they offer and free courses. So if you come here, you go to free courses and you start the training here, the first thing that they offer is the fundamentals. What is Splunk? This is gonna be important, guys, for you to understand like why it's important to an organization and what capabilities this tool has. And then you have the intro to Splunk, and then you have using the fields, scheduling reports and alerts. Remember, we talked about alerting earlier. This is a significant portion of what Splunk does. Visualization, how to present different reports and alerts to executive leadership so they understand what's going on in the environment. What I recommend is actually going through all of these free trainings. And the cool thing about this is they actually give you a roadmap. So like, for example, if I was gonna click on this one, it's gonna tell you what the prerequisites are for this specific course. And just to show you that this is for beginners, if you look, like what is Splunk? Prerequisites, absolutely none, guys. You don't need any IT or technical background. This is gonna take you from zero to being able to be in the position to become a cybersecurity analyst or a SOC analyst in no time. You can complete all these trainings in less than a week. But here's the deal. I don't recommend that at all. I don't recommend that at all, because then you're gonna be acting like the 99% of the world. In this situation, I need you to be the 1%. I'm going to explain. Especially here in the US, we have this thing where we celebrate people for completing high school, completing college, or getting a certification, and then they still gotta go get a job. And most of the people that have degrees, certifications, and whatnot, don't even work in that space. And so you gotta understand what's important is not the end goal of getting the piece of paper, but it is getting the knowledge, the understanding, and the skills to be able to implement solutions at a company. So it's important to take your time to go through this training to get a thorough understanding of what Splunk is and its capabilities so that you can add value, showcase the value that you can bring, and not that you've gone through free training, right? I'm gonna show you now some of the opportunities that you'll have after you finish this training and you get a thorough understanding of what Splunk is. A couple things, cyber heroes. Number one, hope you're getting great value from this video. If you are, like this video, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. And number two, this video is brought to you by my new book, Through the Firewall, The Alchemy of Turning Crisis into Opportunities, published by Forbes. If you've been dealing with struggles in your life and you feel that your goals are not achievable, I am sorry to disappoint you and tell you that your goals are achievable when you learn how to reframe the struggles and turn that into fuel in order to achieve your goals. In this book, I talk about that. It's not about tech. It's about my personal story, how I endure tragedy over tragedy, moving from house to house, home to home, school to school, losing my daughter, being arrested, all before the age of 21, and ultimately growing a multi-million-dollar cybersecurity company, even after failing out of college. So understand, this book will change your life. Click the link in the description. Let's go. So my recommendation for you is to go through the Splunk training, get an understanding of what's going on, update your resume and your LinkedIn profile with your new Splunk skills that you've learned. So make sure that you put the relevant keywords. So what I would do is analyze the job postings that I feel would match up with my skill set and make sure the specific requirements and skills that they're asking for in the job posting are actually present in my resume, right? And then apply for some jobs. The other thing is, because I know some of you are thinking, it's just training, there's no certification that goes along with it. I know you're thinking that, so I'm gonna show you where you can get certified anyway. Okay, so back on the Splunk website, if we go to resources, and we go to Splunk training and certification, we can actually find that there are certification paths within Splunk. And if we click on certification, certification tracks and overviews, what you'll see is, this is pretty cool, the Splunk Core Certified User Certification is actually only $130 USD. Not bad at all. It's an entry-level certification that will help you at least show on paper that you had the knowledge to complete the exam. And maybe might give you a boost of confidence in the job interview. But there are certification paths, and this is a really, really good skill, guys. Splunk is a great skill to help transform your career. Question for you: did you know about Splunk training? Have you ever even heard about a SOC analyst? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you're looking to learn the skills to get the coaching, mentorship, and even an internship to learn the skills to become a cybersecurity specialist in months, I invite you to join the Baxter Cluis Training Academy. You can apply by going to www.boydcluis.com/GRC, where we've helped more than 500 people go from zero to cyber hero and land six-figure tech careers at companies around the globe. Are you next? Only one way to find out. Click the link. So guys, that's it for this video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.